Good morning and welcome to ANU Open Day 2023. Thank you for joining us for our next session. My name is Leah and this is Reese, and we're both second year undergrad students at the ANU.
So this session that we're about to hear is called Where Can the ANU Bachelor of Arts Take You? And as an arts student myself, I am very excited to hear from our two presenters today. We have Professor Bronwyn Parry, who is the Dean of the College of Arts and Social Science, and fourth year arts student Ashley O'Toole. Please join me in welcoming them to the stage.
Thanks very much, guys, and welcome everyone to ANU Open Day. To those of you who are here with me today in the theatre, and there are very many of you, I can say, but also to those of you who are watching wherever you are, in your lounge rooms, or even on a gorgeous day like this, maybe at the beach. So I'm Bronwyn Parry. I'm the Dean of the ANU College of Arts and Social Sciences, and it's my pleasure to talk you through today the ANU Bachelor of Arts. I'd like to begin, first of all, by acknowledging and celebrating the first Australians on whose land we gather today, the Ngunnawal and Ngambri people, and to pay my respects to their elders, both past and present. So what is the value of studying for an arts degree? Well, put simply, by studying arts, humanities and the social sciences, I think you're exploring what it is to be human and what it is to construct and live in complex societies. And I don't think there is perhaps a more pressing set of questions in the world today. Now, I only have a few minutes to speak to the many incredible disciplines on offer throughout our college, but put quite simply, if a discipline has national importance, then we specialise in that and we excel in it here within the ANU College of Arts and Social Sciences. The ANU is absolutely ideally located in Australia's capital, and our proximity to the country's premier cultural institutions and national centres of research will really enable you to make important connections to federal government departments, to industry partners and to national institutions, and in doing so to help you really get a foot in the door as you step out of your classroom and into your future life. So just to give you a flavour of the kind of institutions that are surrounding us here, we have within walking distance of the campus, just to name a few, Parliament House, the National Library, the National Gallery, the War Memorial, the National Museum of Australia, the National Portrait Gallery, the National Film and Sound Archives, and of course many embassies. Students can also explore opportunities to apply for internships with many of these and other local government institutes, NGOs, throughout the Australian National Internship Program, which I would strongly recommend to you. I've had some incredible students do internship programs at the Parliament House, for example, and with other NGO organisations and institutions within Canberra, and it's an exceptional opportunity. So in the worldwide QS rankings, the ANU is ranked incredibly highly in a number of disciplines that are within the Bachelor of Arts. These are amongst the very best such departments and schools in the world, and you can see some of those listed on the screen. And many of these are ranked number one in Australia, and certainly most, if not all, in fact all, I'm sure, are ranked within the top 30 in the world. So what you will acquire when you come here is an opportunity to really access the world's leading scholars in these fields. But I think what makes the ANU absolutely unique is that intimate kind of relationship that you can have with academics here because of the relatively small scale size of our institution, and that is a real benefit to you. and that gives you an opportunity to really have a close exchange and working relationship with those leading academics. Okay, so let's think about the value of studying the Bachelor of Arts. I think by studying a Bachelor of Arts, what you're acquiring really are life skills that are highly sought after by potential employers. And these include things like the capability to undertake really high-level, sophisticated research, problem solving and critical analysis skills, and an ability to articulate clearly and fluently. Studying a BA means that you can develop skills that are applicable to all career paths, as well as an ability, I think, to challenge the status quo and to understand the social and historical contexts of the ideas that you're working with. Now, employers really do highly value the skills of BA graduates. In particular, I would say the following things: their ability to adapt to and help shape change. And one of the things that I want to introduce in the College of Arts and Social Sciences over the next several years of my tenure is a program in disruptive change making for young undergraduates like you. So this is a way to think about how you can intervene in some of the most pressing challenges and issues that are in the world around you today and make positive social transformation and change. An ability to think laterally and critically about certain issues, an ability to apply knowledge and research, to express yourself clearly and to be able to debate issues sensibly and articulately. And most notably, I want all of the graduates of the College of Arts and Social Sciences to feel that they have the skills, capability and mindset to be able to deliver social impact once they graduate from their degree. So to transform the learning that you acquire in your time here into impactful change and have an effect on policy, your community and society more widely. Okay, so I'd like to talk now about why the Bachelor of Arts is the single most popular degree at the ANU. So an arts degree, I think, is a perfect choice for several reasons. If students have interests in social sciences, in humanities, in languages, or they want to understand what it is to be human, the history behind our world, or why people think and act the way they do, perhaps you have a passion for disciplines like anthropology or sociology, philosophy, history, criminology, music, or art, just to name a few, or you'd just like to have the flexibility and choice in your study program, then there's simply no other better degree for you than the BA Arts. It's worth highlighting, I think, that we're the only university in Australia, for example, where students can study subjects like music composition in film and video games, forensic linguistics, Persian and Turkish. So there's really something for everybody at this university. And whatever you're studying, students will uniformly have access to those world-leading academics in Australia's strongest humanities and social science disciplines. Oh, gosh. Okay. So why the ANU? Well, as a student studying in the ANU College of Arts and Social Sciences, you will have the opportunity to choose from over 50 study areas that can lead to a variety of different careers. So the BA gives students the opportunity to craft their own degree according to your own interests, and that's incredibly important, I think. Within the Bachelor of Arts at ANU, students can choose from over 60 majors and over 100 minors that span the humanities, the creative arts, the social sciences and languages. ANU offers an outstanding variety of programs for Australia's next generation of leaders, teaching 27 different languages, if you wish to study those here, as majors, minors and elective courses, and 13 major choices in regional studies to help students build a comprehensive knowledge of the world around us. Our graduates go on to literally all sorts of different careers, from as lofty as leading their country as prime ministers, to consulting in their particular areas of expertise, to becoming specialised advisors in unique fields such as archaeology, development studies, museums, the music industry, and so forth and so forth. So later on in the cinema and the RSSS building, which is our gorgeous new building, the Research School of Social Sciences, which you are free to explore today, you will meet a range of wonderful academics who can take you through what we do in a variety of different disciplines and introduce you to more information about all of those different areas. Okay, so let's just move on to the kind of nuts and bolts, if I could put it that way. So the BA majors. So here's a snapshot of the different areas you can major in within a BA that are listed alphabetically, and there are many people on campus today who can take you through this in more detail. And you can see that the breadth of programs that we offer is really unrivalled in Australia. There are many academics who will be able to discuss the details of this with you today in Mari Ray, so please take them up on this, and if you want to talk through how you can combine this and how you can construct a degree that really works to your specific passions and interests, you will be able to do that with assistance today. So let's think about how you might go about designing your Bachelor of Arts. I think we're on the next one. Yeah, so if I can talk you through this at the moment. So I think what's great about choosing a Bachelor of Arts is that it really gives you the freedom to structure your degree in a number of different ways. So at the top of the presentation is the design of a single degree Bachelor of Arts. However, there are actually 7 different ways you can structure your degree by altering the number of majors, minors and electives you take, making it possible to acquire experience in many different disciplines or to just specialise in 1 or 2 that you're particularly passionate about. Okay, so this is the flexible double degree program. So I think one of our flagship offers here, it's fair to say, is the flexible double degree program. And the reason why this is so popular is because it enables students to combine 2 bachelor degrees of their choice. So there are literally hundreds of degree combinations to choose from. You can build your own combination to suit your imagined career trajectory and your personal interests. So degree combinations are available in 3 groups. So arts, social sciences, business or science, so they take 4 years to complete. Law, that takes 5 years to complete. Engineering and advanced computing group, which also takes 5 years to complete. So the Bachelor of Arts is the single largest degree at ANU and the most popular degree to combine with a second ANU degree as part of any of the flexible double degree groups. For those of you who are here on campus at the moment, we have professionals from the student office in level 2 of the Mari Ray who would be happy to talk to you to find out how you could construct one of these double degrees, flexible double degrees. But as you can see, there's a tremendous opportunity to do arts and law, arts and engineering, arts and business, so you can really think through what you want to do there. And I think they're very powerful qualifications to come out with, and I know that they're very attractive to employers. And I know that, actually, by the way, because, of course, we stay in touch with our alumni, and many of them have quite incredible careers, and I can see how they've managed to build those out of these combination degrees. Okay, so that's the domestic. Let's wind up our sights, look a bit further afield, and think a bit more now about the global. So we're absolutely thrilled that international travel is back, and we particularly welcome onto our campus many international students who will be coming here as undergraduate and postgraduates. And I really personally welcome that tremendously because it makes the ANU a very diverse campus, and I welcome diversity and I champion that amongst our student population. So I'm delighted to have those students back, but I'm also thrilled because international travel makes it possible for our undergraduate students as well to venture forth into the world and take up the advantage and opportunity of the university's incredible connections overseas. So in your second and third years of study, we have a variety of fieldwork and short course opportunities that are available where you can do things like tour great archaeological sites, discover new cultures at the same time as earning credit towards your degree, and travel overseas whilst you do that. So on the screen, you'll see some of the diverse and incredible opportunities that have been made available to BA students. And some of these are just really quite personally transformational for students as well. I know, for example, those who've done the Indonesian fieldwork, the Anzacs Battlefield Tour, and so on the Berlin Summer School have been really quite transformed by their experience there. Okay, so you're doing this not only to broaden your understanding of the world and to improve your knowledge and ability to make change, but you've also got to, of course, get a job. Our Bachelor of Arts graduates have gone on to an amazing variety of careers. The greatest areas of employment growth, I have absolutely no doubt, both now and in the future, will continue to be in jobs that are difficult to automate. So those occupations typically require more interpersonal skills, and they're uniquely offered, I think, by courses in humanities, society, culture, and the social sciences. You can see on the screen some quotes from key employers around the advantages that they perceive that students can obtain from qualifying with a BA. So an ANU Arts degree is also very highly recognised internationally. As I mentioned earlier, we have alumni all over the world, and many of them have taken this degree. So that gives you an oversight of the BA and in arts, and I hope that you've found that informative and interesting. It's now my pleasure to invite a current student and student ambassador, Ashley O'Toole, to the stage. And Ashley's going to share with us a bit about her perspective of why she chose to study the Bachelor of Arts at ANU. So I'd like to welcome Ashley to the microphone. Thank you.
Thanks so much for that, Bronwyn. Oh, hello, everyone, and thank you so much for making it out here. As I've so kindly been introduced, my name is Ashley, and I am a fourth-year student studying a double degree Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Law. In my arts degree, I'm studying a politics minor and an English major. I've come to Canberra from Adelaide, and for the last 2 years, I've been living at Wright Hall, which is one of the ANU's newer residential colleges. And ANU really does feel like my home, which is why I'm so excited to talk to you guys today about why I chose ANU, and in particular, why I chose to study arts. So when I was in year 11 and 12 and deciding which degree to choose, I was always impressed by the versatility and the breadth of the Bachelor of Arts. I was a fan of my humanities and social science type courses, so I always knew I wanted to look around in that broad area, but I hadn't discovered a lifelong passion that I was dead set on pursuing. I knew I liked English, history, politics, and I was interested in exploring topics like international relations and psychology that I hadn't really had a chance to study yet in high school. And that's really where the Bachelor of Arts came in for me. There is no other degree offered at tertiary level that encompasses so many different fields of study. I have friends who are doing arts who are studying philosophy, criminology, music, linguistics, and so many other varied courses, all under the one degree. There's also a lot of overlap between disciplines in the social science field. That means you can build a foundation of knowledge that will help you in each successive course you do. An intro to philosophy class could help you understand a theorem from your political science class, which could then teach you about the historical context necessary to analyze a text for your literature course. This was perfect for me because I was interested in so many different fields of study. For example, I decided to do a politics minor, but tailor my choices so that they were focused on political history. That way, I got some politics, some history, and some philosophy all under the one course stream. This just goes to show how the breadth of the arts degree gives you the scope to explore so many different fields through your elective choice. University is a chance to discover what you're passionate about, and an arts degree gives you the latitude to explore subjects that you might not otherwise have imagined loving. For example, I never thought I'd be interested in art history, but I got a taste of it in a politics class, and now I plan on taking a Bauhaus art history course in my next semester. This breadth really facilitates the development of multiple ways of perceiving and approaching your work. It also means that you don't have to know exactly what you want to study when you first arrive at uni. If you choose a Bachelor of Arts, you can come to uni and try 4 different courses in completely different fields and see what strikes your fancy. I think university is a place to find yourself, and you shouldn't have to decide your whole future at the age of 17. An arts degree gives you the flexibility to develop skills that are going to be useful no matter what field you decide to enter after your tertiary studies. My experience in all of my arts courses have proven to me just how passionate ANU lecturers and tutors are at passing on foundational skills that are valued in every workplace. One of the reasons I decided to do arts was because I wanted to improve my research and writing skills, and I think my arts courses have really helped me develop those assets. In that same vein, I found that my arts degree is a fantastic complement to my law degree. So I'm doing an English major, and a lot of my study involves reading and analysing texts. And I found that those skills can easily be applied to, for example, statutory interpretation. Similarly, as someone who's always been interested in activism, I found that studying political science has helped complement my law degree by helping me to understand the political systems through which social progress can be achieved. On the other hand, I felt that some of the ways my arts and law degrees complemented each other most is in their differences. I really appreciate how my English courses allow me an avenue of creativity that's sometimes lacking in my other courses. For example, I recently had to write a creative response to a Shakespeare play and chose to do that in an extended sonnet form. And that's a kind of creativity I could never take in, say, a contracts class. But it was a brilliant chance and a really fantastic way to challenge myself with a form that I wasn't that comfortable with. One of the things that I like most about my arts degree is that I'm put into contact with such interesting people. I think more so than in any other field, the arts cohort is filled with people from such diverse backgrounds in terms of culture, interests, and fields of expertise. I could sit down in a politics class and find myself talking to a music major or a gender studies major who was taking that class as an elective. And this really makes for fascinating discussions in class because there are so many different perspectives. Unlike in high school, you're likely to be in classes with people in very different years, and it's great to be able to talk to people who have maybe more experience doing that field of study than you do, especially when everyone is always so willing to share their knowledge and understanding. I think another massive drawcard of the Bachelor of Arts for me was the availability of external opportunities, which Bronwyn has mentioned already. I think our location in Canberra places us at the heart of Australian diplomacy, politics, and the artistic and cultural community. Here you can see your arts degree put into action, whether that's dining at the Press Club or visiting the latest National Gallery curation. The ANU has partnerships with NGOs, Parliament, and embassies that are exclusive to Canberra, giving you one-of-a-kind internship opportunities. I myself have had the incredible opportunity to intern at the Centre for European Studies and work as a research assistant for one of the associate professors there. And this has led to opportunities for me to meet diplomats from different countries and to visit embassies and talk to fascinating researchers in the fields of international politics and trade. Overall, my art studies have opened my eyes to the interconnectedness of all fields of study. I've really been surprised at just how much the knowledge from each of my courses has supported my learning in other subjects. I cannot overstate how much the skills I've gained from my arts degree have been useful in all other aspects of my life. To wrap up, I want to thank you all for coming to Open Day and taking what will hopefully be the first step on your ANU journey. And I hope to see you all on ANU campus very soon. And I'll pass back to Bronwyn now.
Okay, that's fantastic. I think Ashley is just a brilliant ambassador for what we do. I don't know, I can do less talking and allow her to show you what we are able to do together here with this pedagogical experiment in the BA in Arts. So thank you all very much for coming. If you'd like to know more about study options in HASS, we have interdisciplinary information sessions happening in the RSSS building today, and you're very welcome to join us over there. So, and also we have the expo in Murray Ray, and as I've suggested earlier, lots of opportunities to think about how you might put this degree program together in ways that really excite you for the future. So thank you very much for joining us today, and we look forward very much, I hope, to meeting you in person next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Bronwyn and Ashley, for that insightful overview for the Bachelor of Arts. I know Reese was nodding along. What were you thinking?
I completely agree with everything that was said, especially on the ability to study literally whatever you want in this degree with such flexibility that is unparalleled. All right, the next session that will be taking place inside Manning Clark Hall is Study Law, Change the World at ANU at 11 o'clock. Law is invaluable to study with arts, so we may see you then. If you are exiting, please exit to the right of stage. Thank you.